And it's important to remember that happiness comes and goes. It is so fleeting. But the joy of the Lord withstands all. It's important to remember that happiness comes and goes, and I pray that you find it.
TPUSA's annual Young Women's Leadership Summit took place recently on June 5th, and the highlight of the event was when a member of the audience heckled Erika Kirk, yelling that she protects PDF files. Now, even though it appears as if Erika seized the moment, sources claim otherwise. Reports are that she cut her speech short briefly thereafter and allegedly left the event in tears.
After someone called Erika Kirk a pedophile protector, Erika actually did not complete the entirety of her speech. I was told that. I'm told she shortened it, and beyond that, that she then ditched the Women's Leadership Summit event altogether, not staying to close out the event. That's something that Charlie always did. And beyond anything else, the reason you do that is to thank all of the organizers for their hard work. But she didn't do that.
According to observers who have been staunch followers of Turning Point USA for years, this goes against everything the organization and Charlie Kirk, a man who prided himself on debates, stood for.
Disagree, come to the front of the line. If you disagree, come to the front of the line. If you disagree, go to the front of the line. You guys know how it works. You disagree, you can go to the line. We'll have a great conversation here.
Who are you?
My name is Charlie Kirk, and I love America.
Why are you here?
Because I love talking with people I disagree with.
This is coming in the midst of Candace Owens' battle with Erika Kirk and TPUSA 2.0 for transparency and accountability. After Charlie's demise in September 2025, Erika Kirk was named the new CEO of Turning Point. This was reportedly Charlie's wish that if anything were to ever happen to him, he wanted the organization to fall to his wife. However, for someone as meticulous as Charlie Kirk, he reportedly never put this into writing or any legal context, save for a meeting with donors in Aspen, where he allegedly briefly mentioned that in the event of his absence, he wanted Erika to take over, that she'd do a great job. For months, the public have been asking Turning Point to release the video recording where Charlie says this, since they already made the audio public. However, for months, TPUSA has refused to do so. That is until now.
The most important relationship in your life is the one that you have with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
Andrew Colvet's excuse for this delay is that they were trying to protect the donors at said event, which is why they had initially strongly refused to release the video. However, according to Candace Owens, not only was the camera solely fixed on Charlie Kirk throughout the entirety of this donor meeting in Aspen, but even more importantly, said donors are reporting privately that Charlie Kirk never named Erika as his successor, and that the video proof TPUSA recently provided is allegedly doctored.
The AI, alleged AI of Charlie saying, I appoint Erika to be the CEO. Well, Erika told me that he said that at an Aspen event. I was like, okay, great. Well, the Aspen people who were at the event said that never happened.
What?
These are the Turning Point USA donors who have contacted me and said, Candace, that is AI. He did not say that.
What?
Now, they have alleged that they have the video of that. Why did they only play the audio?
Months prior to this, insiders reported that certain TPUSA executives were allegedly setting up private meetings with a company that specializes in deep fake technology. The alleged company is known to be VFX LA, an organization that claims to be experts in deep fake technology.
After Charlie's death, and maybe even before Charlie's death, but definitively after, Marcus was meeting with and communicating with Hollywood AI deep fake companies. Okay, they specialize in creating deep fakes. Now, maybe if this was a conservative company that specialized in making videos, you might go, okay, you know, back when Daily Wire was saying they were going to explode into Hollywood, that might make sense. But why Turning Point USA? I'm going to give you the name of the company. It's VFX LA.
According to sources, TPUSA 2.0's agenda in releasing this succession clip was that all reasonable doubt by the public would be put to rest. Andrew Colvet, Blake Neff, and Erika Kirk reportedly hoped that this would finally hush the investigators, naysayers, and more importantly, Candace Owens once and for all. However, this release did quite the opposite. Right now, reports are that the donors who wanted to initially stay private are now coming out publicly to dispute Charlie's succession video as AI, particularly the donors who raised the question in the first place.
Well, we were trying to protect the donor. Protect the donor from what? You asked a question. the question was reasonable, right? If he gives this presentation and talks about whatever he's going to do, you might ask a reasonable question like, hey, Charlie, you're one guy. That's how I was told. The context was you're one guy. What would happen if you weren't here? Why would they have to protect the donor from that? The donor who asked the question was Julie Fields and Arthur Fields from North Carolina.
In light of this, Andrew Colvett has allegedly cunningly admitted that the video is indeed altered. In his own words, he wanted to troll the trolls. However, nobody is buying this charade.
We decided over the weekend we were going to troll the trolls. There's this video that has become a source of controversy.
Not even controversy, just obsession from bizarre people.
Yeah, just absurd. I don't even talk about it because I think the whole thing is so lame. And if
they
you're
demand
online,
overwhelming proof for the idea that Charlie loved his wife and would want his wife to carry on his mission.
Yeah. Well, it's something he told all of us. We all knew. We didn't talk about it because we thought Charlie was going to be with us for another 50 plus years. But like we all knew, the board knew this was the plan. Whatever. He said it one time in front of a camera at a private event with donors in Aspen. So we figured we'd troll the trolls.
While many people continue to support Erika with her reported widow grift, they fail to realize that if she was capable of colluding to create a fake AI voice of her husband, announcing her to take over his company, a video which was never recorded because it never occurred, to justify her taking over the company that he spent his entire life building, and then proceeded to walk out to the sound of a voice of her husband which she knew was doctored by AI, passing the torch to her, all while wearing that glittering pantsuit at AMFEST, then it answers all the lingering questions we have about who Erika Kirk truly is.
If we find that out, confirm this is AI, what does that signify about Erika? It signifies that she had that meeting, that it took place, and she was able to stomach it. She was able to stomach hearing her husband's voice intentionally manipulated after he was ruthlessly murdered. And she thought, okay, he's dead. What can he do for me? We can use his voice to have him hand over the company so people will not blink and they will not ask questions.
What happens when you tie this information to reports that Charlie Kirk was supposed to have private meetings and an appointment to change his will and sign updates to his end-of-life documents 1 week before the unfaithful event of September 9th?
I have evidence of that. In the weeks following Charlie's assassination, she shared with people that Charlie and her were due to sign updated end-of-life documents on September 15th. Let me say that again. Charlie and her had an appointment and a date to sign updated end-of-life documents on September 15th, the Monday after he died. That is remarkable timing. That Charlie was just about to update his will, but then he didn't make it to Monday. Like I said, I trust the sources on this one. So how are we to interpret that?
According to research and statements from legal counsels, an end-of-life document is not one that can be lightly altered. As a matter of fact, changes to this document are only made in the event of major life-altering events like a divorce or an addition to the family. However, Charlie wanted certain changes made to this document, changes that were unfortunately buried with him. What happens when you tie this to the notion that Charlie was under immense pressure from a number of donors that allegedly wanted him to support the pro-Israel cause, so much so that he was worried for his safety? However, when Candace Owens reportedly brought this up with Erika Kirk, she mentioned that it was untrue, claiming that she would know because she had Charlie's phone, which should have been in evidence, by the way.
Erika saying that she had Charlie's phone and that Charlie never texted anybody the night before, saying that he thought that they were going to kill him. And that obviously reflected poorly on me because I was the one who said that he did, in fact, text multiple people the night before. And then I went on Jimmy Dore on Friday, Jimmy Dore's show, and I clarified. I said, Andrew Colvett told me specifically that he was one of the people that received this text message. So I got that first person. I didn't get that from a source. I got that directly from Andrew Colvett. And then somebody who had access to Dan Flood's communications said that Dan Flood similarly received a text message.
Initially, Candace mentioned that she thought Erika was being pressured or at worst being threatened by the same people who had Charlie by the neck, which could be why she put up with a CEO charade and grift so far. But in light of certain truths, it would seem that Erika might allegedly be complicit.
And I agree with you that there's something off. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I think that what you're describing is the process that we all went through because you don't want to even go down that route. You're like, maybe
Totally.
it's this. Maybe in my head, I was like, maybe she's being blackmailed. Maybe she's scared they're going to kill her. Maybe, like you said, she just wants a quick conclusion to all of this. Maybe she's still in shell shock and is actually not controlling anything at Turning Point, was my initial suspicion. And just on paper, she's CEO, but she's actually just home crying every day and like behind the scenes, like, you know, Tyler or Justin.
This leads us to the final headliner for today's video. Insiders are saying that the remaining members and donors of TPUSA are reportedly asking that Erika Kirk resign in order to maintain what's left of Charlie's and TPUSA's legacy. Right now, this information still remains in the shadows with few sources covering it. In the meanwhile, here's what a couple people have to say about TPUSA's trajectory so far. Take a listen. If you listen to Charlie and what he preached in regards to gender roles and motherhood, Erika being CEO never made sense. Always knew it was BS. Now TPUSA can deepfake Charlie saying anything Israel's willing to pay for. I'm 100% sure Charlie did not know at all who he married. There is something really dark about Erika. And finally, this is not Charlie Kirk's TPUSA. Right now, we want to know what your thoughts and opinions are regarding this issue of succession. Is it possible that for someone who preached so much about gender roles and advocated for women to be stay-at-home moms somehow did a 180 in the days leading to his demise and crowned Erika CEO, especially after he was gone, especially knowing that his life was under threats? What happens when you tie this to all the irregularities surrounding Erika as an individual, to her past and the notion that she was set as a honeypot for Charlie Kirk? Let us know what you think down in the comments. Click that like and subscribe button for more content about this. See you in the next video.